a Jason Statham kicking ass movie. They made 4 John Wick movies, and they're all perfectly pleasant. Nobody was a fun time. Atomic Blonde was cool. These Statham movies feel so lazy and uninspired though. And the dialogue is at a point where I think Fast and the Furious might be actually smarter. I want to talk about leaving early because another comment I want to highlight quickly said, the guy left early and he thinks he can do a review of the movie. Yeah, that's going to have any credibility. Am I required to watch a full 2-hour shitfest in order to decide if it's good or not? I've seen enough movies by now, especially in a genre like this, to know there are 0 surprises coming down the pipeline. And so when he's gearing up for his final assault to go save the girl, there is 0 part of me that thinks, oh, he's not gonna save her, she's gonna die, or oh, he's gonna die in combat, he never does. Why would I think anything else would happen at this point? I left. And you know what? Even if the movie did pull out a surprise and kill him off or something, who fucking cares? That doesn't make the movie good. That doesn't even make the movie better. And so I left. And you know what? I can review the movie because I paid money to see the film and I can still give people a heads up to what to expect. And that's what I'm doing. It's a 2-hour movie. It is bloated to hell and back. There are so many characters, and the story is all over as far as where he's going and why he's doing this, and all the different hoops he's jumping through instead of a straightforward rescue mission. Taken figured it out 20 years ago. Is it really 20 years old? I don't know. I just said a number, but sadly it's probably accurate. I bring up this analogy once in a while just to kind of state the point. If you go out to a restaurant, you have a nice meal, but it turns out that meal was not so nice at all and you find yourself hating the thing, do you think you're required to finish each and every bite before making a final verdict on the thing? Or can you say definitively you hate the thing after about 2 or 3 bites? I basically had the full meal. I watched 90% of this thing. But you know what I did next? I waited on putting out my review. Because the next day, the movie Screamboat was playing at 6:45 at my Regal, and Working Man was playing at 4:25, meaning the film was gonna wind down just before Screamboat started up, so I could head back into that screening and watch the last 15 minutes of the movie that I missed. And I did exactly that. So I finished out my shift with Statham. We clocked out together as he took the bad guy's head and smashed it into the tiles while the girl he is trying to save wraps her legs around the female villain and chokes that bitch out. And together they run to freedom. They go into another room where there's a shootout taking place with another cartoon character with a big ass gun. Wipe out! From the director of Suicide Squad, mind you. Working Man uses a sniper rifle and takes one of them out. Then he throws a grenade over his shoulder. It lands next to the other guy. Ruh-roh! Push! We do get a nice scene in the movie, I will say that. The reunion between the daughter and the parents was actually very nice. It was a pretty little scene. I like Pena. He's a good guy. He's a good actor. They're hugging their daughter. They're crying. Jason just stands there like a soldier. Mission accomplished. And then he leaves. And then he goes back to the farm with Hopper from Stranger Things and his daughter. And Hopper touches him on the shoulder and he's like, welcome home. Welcome home. Like he was gone so long. How long was he gone for? I thought this was a 4 or 5 day thing. And where was he at before that? He was working a job. He was saving up some coin. Was this the final kill spree he had to go on to get it out of his system? No, you know Statham's gonna be back in Beekeeper 2. You know he's gonna be surfing with Megs again in Meg 3. You know he's got more work to do in a Working Man sequel. Too work, too manly. And so yeah, I watched the whole movie, fucker. You can't even use that complaint anymore. If I was in a movie, it would be called A Petty Man. Because that's how I sound right now. But I want to just say this. A Working Man, not for me. It was very dumb. The action didn't save it at all. It's all stuff you've seen a million times. Weird AI thrown into the beginning didn't set the stage very well. And I just, there's really nothing in this film that I thought, wow, I definitely need to stay for this. It felt so long. It just never ended. He kept going from location to location. Like, when are you gonna find this girl? I felt like I could have found her faster than he did. Leave a comment down below if you saw this film, if I'm wrong, if this was just a real true piece of cinema that you enjoyed from front to back. A Jason Statham kicking ass movie. They made 4 John Wick movies, and